Oh, there's a crack there. Why does our voice crack? There's a few different reasons, and I'm going to get into those. If you don't know me, my name is Jim. I'm a professional singer for almost 40 years and a professional vocal coach for over 20 years. In all that time, I went through several phases in my career where my voice would occasionally crack, and I never really understood why is it cracking. The first reason, and the most important reason, that probably if you clicked on this and wondering why your voice cracks, this is probably what's happening to you. If you're an older, an adult male, you speak generally with these muscles in the side of the, not in this, on the outside of the neck, but inside, just outside of you. So your vocal folds are right touching like this. And then the muscles just outside of that are the TA muscles. That's what brings your vocal folds together. And so as an adult male, we generally speak with those muscles. So we're forcing the vocal folds together, and these muscles are getting a lot of work all day long. And we don't usually use the CT muscle, which stretches the vocal folds. And that's the one that's up here. If I'm talking like in this voice up here, that is the CT muscle. Oh, yeah. If I'm really using the CT muscle to navigate all of that. I'm not trying to engage these. Obviously, the TA muscles do close the vocal folds, but I'm trying to tell those guys to just back off a little bit and let the other guy do the work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through an arpeggio exercise, an octave arpeggio. And when we go through this exercise, I want you to try and be conscious of the tone and use the lightest voice possible going through the arpeggio. What I mean by light is that kind of light vocal fold closure. And if you're not really sure what I mean by closing the vocal folds on the lightest edge, I did a video on that, a vocal fold closure video, and go watch that. And that will really help you understand how to get that lightest vocal fold closure, what we're going to be working with in this video. What I mean by light is that kind of lightness. Not like a really weak sound. That's really just weak and disconnected. So we want that light and bright sound. We don't want to start off in that kind of chest dominant, TA dominant, because see, you can see I'm never going to get up there. It has to be light. So that's what we're going to do throughout the exercise. What we're going to do also as we go through this, when we get in the higher registers, what we're going to do is try to add in a bit of that chest resonance in there. But we're going to do that from the lighter place as opposed to trying to lift that weight up into the higher regions. It's just not going to work that way. So let's get into this. So, So as you see, I'm getting up, that's F sharp, and it's going up to F sharp 5. Like it's high, it's light. What I'm trying to really instill here is this lightness, which we start from. So what I mentioned earlier is we're going to try to do some of the higher register and add a little bit of that chest in. So we'll just start on F4. That's a weird one. It's in most passagios, right? So for male passagios. We're going to start on that. And when we sing that, we start off light. It has to be started off light. Again, with the vocal fold closure. And as we start the note, as we hold the note out, what we're going to start to do is add a little bit of this feeling of like, I mean, I'm overdoing that. I'm over accentuating this feeling like, like that kind of. But we don't want to start from that place. I've done that a lot of times throughout my career, and that's singing like that, felt like my head was going to explode. It's not the place to start from. Always start from that lightness and then bring in that chest resonance. So you kind of feel like this squeezing in there. But again, when I was just doing that there like that, there's too much pressure, too much constraint in the voice, in the throat. Start off light and then feel that kind of that sense there. You'll start to feel like kind of everything tense up slowly. But if you start from that lightness and then you tense up slowly, you'll start to get that feeling more of the chest resonance. So let's go up a bit. And it helps to put your hands on your chest. You feel that kind of the pressing against the chest. And that's an A. What is it? That was an A. So let's go up to B. Again, start off light. With the CT muscle. Here I'm starting off like that. Really light. And then you just add that kind of You'll see as you work with this, you'll start to get the feeling of that chest resonance coming into the head voice, right? But that it's so important to start off with that light. Let's go up to C5. You can hear partly what I was doing there with the voice cracking was I was closing down. That's another big place where our voice cracks is if we close down the throat. It's a good demonstration of having to keep that openness. As we bring in that chest resonance, keeping that openness. Let's go up to D. You can see I'm really trying to fight to keep that throat open. That's one of the things that I've had to work a lot at, trying to really keep my throat open. You know, it always wants to close down on me. So there's this, I have to try and feel like I'm gasping in when I'm doing that. It can be a struggle really to try that. So let me know how it works for you in the comments below. Did you find that helpful to start off in that light CT dominant? And then slowly bring in that chest resonance, but slowly, right? This is a gentle thing. Eventually you will get to the place where you can just start off with that power, that chest resonance in there. But if this is something you're just learning, if your voice is cracking a lot when you're singing, this should help that. Okay, so thanks for watching Rock Your Best Vocals, where your best keeps getting better. See you on the next one. Cheers.